The main reason why people say this generation is cooked because of these new parents, bro. These young kids nowadays have no guidance, and it's actually sad. And it's because these parents want to be friends with their kids and act like that's their homeboy and homegirl. Like, they don't get that belts and ass treatment no more because the system made that a crime.
Let him cook.
I feel like back in the day, kids had a certain amount of structure, you know? Because they knew if they did something bad, they was getting that ass whooping as soon as they came home. And just a PSA to my mom, I was not talking about her. My mom is not a child beater.
Oh my God. That last part made me laugh. Okay. But let's be serious about what he said, though. Now, that young man doesn't strike me like a young man. He said so many factual and correct things in that short video. And he said back in the days, like he's 40 years old now. And then he said also that parents have stopped beating their child or hitting their child with belt or something because the system made that a crime. But the truth is, he's right. The kids we have these days, it's going to take the grace of God. It's just the grace of God for these kids to grow up and have manners, have, behave in a godly way and in a godly manner. You might want to also ask, is it only by hitting a child with a belt or with a cane that you discipline a child? No. That's an established fact now, though. So far from it. But the truth of the matter is the way you and I were raised is not the same way we're raising these kids today. The truth of the matter is the way we are today is a reflection of how we were raised. And the way these kids are going to be tomorrow is a reflection of how we are raising them now. He said new generation parents. I'm a new generation parent because I just have a baby now. My son is just almost 2 years old now. So I belong to that class. Back in the days, the way I was raised by my parents, my father especially, was a no-nonsense man. My father has 8 children, 5 boys, 3 girls. And he did not spare any one of us. Whether you're a man or whether you're a woman, he never spared any one of us. My father had 8 canes in his bedroom. 8. One for each child. Everybody has his or her own cane in my father's room. If you do something bad that warrants a cane, he goes into his room, picks up your own cane. He will never use another person's cane to hit you. He will pick your own cane. How he recognized those canes, I have no idea till today. I was 8 years old when I left my father's house and I went to stay with my father's younger sister and her husband. My father's younger sister, my auntie, was a teacher as at that time and later on became a principal. And you know how teachers, especially in Nigeria, how they discipline kids. So I was not even spared as well. I left my father's house thinking, oh, okay, I've left the lion's den. But no. So that was how we were raised. But these days, we are easy and we are soft on kids thinking we are protecting them. But the truth is, it's not really protection. The Bible says, spare the rod, you spoil the child. Proverbs 13:24 Where the Bible says, he who spares the rod hates his son, but he who loves his son disciplines him diligently. Train up a child in the way he should go, that when he's old, he will not depart from it. He also said, the young man also said in that video, he said it clearly that the reason why things are like this now is because the system, especially in this part of the world, made it a crime for you to hit a child. So that's why I'm not going to put blame on any young parent right now, because it's really difficult. It's really, really difficult. You might spank your child at home. He goes to school or she goes to school. The teacher sees a mark on his or her body. They call the cops. You're in your house. You spank your child. The child is crying. Your neighbor calls the cops. You spank your child. If your child is old enough, he or she takes up the phone and calls the cops. It is that bad. So what do we do? Like I said, I have a young man growing under my bosom right now, and God is helping us, myself and my wife. Even my 20-month-old son right now understands when he does something wrong. Merely looking at me, he understands. He already understands that Daddy is mad. Like I said at the beginning, it's going to take the grace of God, especially in this part of the world. It's going to take the grace of God for one to be able to raise kids in the disciplined way and in the disciplined manner. It's really going to take the grace of God. Sometimes you can't help but hit a child. You just can't help but, let the child feel pain. And that pain would linger. So whenever he or she wants to commit that same offense, they remember the pain they felt the last time they did it. And that would, shake them and make them think twice. That's the essence of hitting a child. The danger of that, though, is that you might be so angry and hurt that child. That's the danger of it. But like I said, this is something that is still going on in Africa. This is something that parents still adhere to as a disciplinary measure in raising kids. But down here in the Western world, it's a different ball game. And so we look up to God for grace. We look up to God for wisdom to be able to raise these kids in a God-fearing manner, in a disciplined and God-fearing manner, that when they grow up, they still know the norms and values that their parents instilled on them. It is well with all parents out there. Keep doing that good work. Keep doing that. Keep raising those kids. And may God bless you all. Peace out.